let's cover some navigation features that can be of use to you in the field. Different map functions that you'll find useful include the zoom in and zoom out and the fit route button. However, you should note that sometimes when you zoom in or zoom out, it will simply snap back to the default zoom level while the vehicle is moving. If that happens, you can press fit route and it should stay. And what fit route tries to do is fit the whole route within the bounds of the map. Sometimes you'll find that when you press fit route, it zooms back to the default zoom level, and at that point zoom in and zoom out will work. This is because of an inherent defect within the way GPS functions within iMobile. Sometimes you may find that both work and you don't have a problem. Notice the half-mile default zoom level. Here you'll see hydrants, but if you want a broader level of zoom, for example 3/4 of a mile, which would look like this, notice how you don't see hydrants but you can still see major streets. If you prefer that and you want that to be your default zoom level, you can simply change that in Navigate, Options, and then drop this drop-down box here, Automatic Zoom Map Width, to 3/4 of a mile and press OK. And from then on, your default zoom map width level will be 3/4 of a mile. And you will have to manually zoom in to get to the half mile or more. There's also another feature available to you in the Navigate tab called Breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are helpful when you go to an unfamiliar area and you want to find your way out of it, particularly a complex development or an agricultural area with few landmarks. The way to turn breadcrumbs on is very simple. You just go to the Navigate tab up here, go down to Options, go to the GPS tab, and where it says Total Tracking History, just drop that down to 1, and then press OK. And what that indicates is that for 1 hour's worth of driving time, meaning 1 hour's worth of the time the vehicle is moving, the map will put red dots behind the vehicle as it moves. And this will help you trace your way out of an area. Now, sometimes you may find that, and you want to press OK when you do that, sometimes you may find that when you get back to the station, you still have the breadcrumbs on the screen. And that's because, let's say the vehicle hasn't actually driven for an hour, because it doesn't count idle time when the vehicle is standing still. So if you want to turn those off, you just go to Navigate, Options, GPS, change that back to 0, press OK, and they should be gone. Keep in mind that when you're using the navigation functions of the MDC under the Map button, there are 4 tabs. Of these 4 tabs, you will only use 2, the Map tab and the Turns tab. You can disregard Route and Drive. We advise for you to use the Map tab when you want to have the freedom to scroll around the map. Now you should do this before you generate a route, because the Map tab will stay around the vehicle once you generate a route. But before you have a route, you can scroll around the map like this with the arrow keys of your keyboard. Just make sure you touch the map one time so it knows what you want to scroll through, and use the arrow keys up, down, left, right on the keyboard while you're driving to see ahead of you. If at that point you decide you want a route, go ahead and make the route by pressing Onto EV right here on the bottom, right here, the 4th button down. You can also go to a hotkey route right here, and it'll make a route as well. Once you make the route, it'll put you in the Turns tab. And the thing about Turns tab is, Turns tab will always want to stay around the vehicle whether you have a route or not. Once you've made the route, the Turns tab will provide you information on what your next turn is, warning you with a visual sign of the direction, and also telling you where you're headed from, what direction you need to be going in, for how long, or how much time that should take until the next turn, so 29 seconds in this case, in our example route. Then you want to bear right onto Southern Boulevard, so it tells you the street you want to turn onto, and it also gives you an ETA of how long that is until you get to the location of the call. Also, at the top of the Turns tab, you'll notice this gray bar. In your case, it will be filled in with the name of the street and the direction you are currently headed in. When you press Fit Route, you can compact the whole route into the map. For those of you so inclined, you may also notice a route summary message in your message box that shows up after you make a route. This route summary is a verbal breakdown of the entire route. So for those of you who prefer that, that is also available to you.